I'm going to talk about occurring patterns. So there's some positive P&A. So let's go to next 7 p.m. So this is strong P&A for tomorrow. That was today's before this. So let's go to the next 24 hours, which is normal 28. There's some weaker negative P&A than last time. Let's go next hour. Then it gets there's 2 weeks, so not 2 week, but it's gonna be negative P&A. But this is the strongest negative P&A. So let's go to 114 hours. This positive P&A. So that's just my first. So let's talk about the pressure patterns. So let's choose a random tab actually. So let's go to 7 p.m. 1004 millibars pressure. It's in Toronto. It's always talk about Toronto all the time. So let's see. 7 p.m. 1008 millibars pressure. That was number 27, number 28. It's gonna take a minute. It's gonna be 1020 millibars pressure. So let's go to 1000. November 29th, this like 1028 millibars pressure in London, but Toronto could be 1030 millibars pressure. So that's November 29th. So November 30th. Gonna take minutes. So 1004 millibars pressure is in Toronto. So all let's talk about Toronto. So let's go to 7 p.m. So Quebec, Peterborough, Belleville, Orla, Palm Beach, Thunder Beach, South Bay, Midland, Brighton, Owenson, Lionshead, Hope Bay, Long Point, Niagara Falls City, Niagara Falls on the Lake, Fort Erie. Those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to next hour, 7 a.m. 7 a.m. So, Whiteton, Collingwood, Whiteton, Owen Sound, Collingwood, Lionshead, Hope Bay, Barrie, Georginia, Orla, Beverly Hills, Market, Orangeville's off, Orangeville. Those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfalls. So let's look at the heavier, warmer weather actually. So Palm Beach, Thunder Beach is gonna get some 0.2.5 millimeters of rainfall. So let's look at snowfall. So 0.25 is in Midland, Thunder Beach. The cities I skipped. So those are cities I skipped. So for Erie, it's going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. This time is rainfall. So for Elgin, Hanover is going to get some Hanover's off. Hanover is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. So let's look at the 1 p.m. actually. So wrong click. So Whiteton, Owen Sound, Lionshead, or Bay, Collingwood, Palm Beach, Thunder Beach, Solid Bay, Midland, Orlando, Georginia, Berry, not Joe Berry. You're not gonna count berries. So those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. So Port Elgin's gonna get some 2.5 millimeters of snowfall. That's centimeters. This is millimeters of precipitation, but total snowfall is gonna be centimeters. So let's look at the next hour. Unless this Hanover doesn't count. This the 1 hour missing. So 7 p.m. Lionshead, OB, Whiteton, Owenson, Collingwood, Palm Beach, Thunder Beach, South Bay, Midland, Oakville, Hamilton, Burlington, Scarborough, Stouffville, Market, Uxbridge, that's the wrong place, that's just Uxbridge twice. So Peterborough, London, those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. So Port Elgin's gonna get some 2.5 millimeters of snowfall. So let's do again Lake Cinco. Orilla, Barrie, Georginia, Beverly Hills is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. Newmarket, Stoffel, Mississauga, Oco, Hamilton, Burlington, Niagara on the Lake. Those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. So let's go to 7 a.m. So So Oshawa, Coburg, not Coburg. So Whiteton, Sound, Lionshead, Obi, Midland, Orilla, Hanover, Point Elgin, Hamilton, Burlington, Niagara, and Lake Niagara Falls City. Those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall, Scott Pickering. So snowfall is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. So now we could do Bomb Beach. The Bomb Beach is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. 2.5 is in Solid Bay, Thunder Beach. So, so let's look at the next hours. So, to 1 p.m. The Port Elgin, Hanover, Solid Bay, Bomb Beach, Midland, or little, not Little, Barrie, Georginia, Scarborough, Stoffel, Newmarket, Oshawa, Uxbridge, Niagara on the Lake Niagara Falls, City Point, Erie, London, Port, no, it's gonna be Long Point. So, Long Point, those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. So, London is gonna get some 2.5 millimeters of snowfall. So, let's look at the next hour on this Hamilton. So, skip Hamilton. 7 p.m. or 10 p.m. 7 p.m. So, London, Port Elgin, Hanover, Collingwood, Bombay, Stanley, Sotheby, Midland. Orilla, no, it's gonna be nothing else. So, Oshawa, Uxbridge, those cities, Niagara on the Lake, those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. If it's a long point in this Langton, there's no Langton. If it's a long point, there's no long point. That was like Langton. So that was the wrong one. So I'm gonna say it again the previous hour. So Langton is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall, not long point. So let's go to 7 p.m. again. So new Stoffel is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. So let's look at the next hour. 7 a.m. actually. So Port Elgin, Hanover, Barrie, Georginia, Beverly Isles. Those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall, including Oshawa. So let's look at the next hour on this Midland. So Midland is count. 1 p.m. Let's see what cities. The Port Elgin, Hanover, it's gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. So 7 p.m. 10 p.m. 7 p.m. So Whiteton, Windsor, Collingwood, Port Elgin, Hanover. Those cities are gonna get some 0.25 Orangeville, Brampton, Market, Richmond Hill, borderline. So those cities except Richmond Hills, Richmond Hills are actually possible. So those cities are going to get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall, including Richmond Hills. So let's look at the next hour. So Dorados, Brampton is also going to get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall, not just Orangeville. So let's go to 7 a.m. So Whiteton, Owen Sound, Collingwood, Palm Beach, Thunder Beach, no, the Lions Head, Whole Bay, Palm Beach, Thunder Beach, Solid Bay, Midland, Orlilla, Georginia, Beverly Isles, Barrie, Port Elgin, Hanover. Those cities are gonna get London's a wrong place, so London, Scarborough, Stoffel, Delta Toronto, Richmond Hill, Newmarket, Mississauga, Brampton, Orangeville, Oshawa, Uxbridge, Cobourg, Peterborough. Those cities are going to get some 0.2.5 millimeters of snowfall, so Belleville, Hamilton, Burlington, Oakville, Niagara Lake, Niagara Falls, City Point, Erie, Langton. Those cities are going to go inside. Those cities are going to get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. So let's look at the 1 p.m. 1 p.m. and then 8 p.m. That's final hours. So long point doesn't count. So Whiteton, Windsor, Nineside, Obi. Port Elgin, Hanover, Scarborough, Scarborough, so Coburg, Peterborough, Belleville, Stoffel, Uxbridge, Oshawa, So Brampton Market, no, Brampton, Brampton, Orangeville, Newmarket, Stouffville, London. Those cities are gonna get some 0.25 million, 2.5 millimeters of snowfall. So let's take it next. Palm Beach, Sunny Beach, Salt Bay, Midland, Ornella, Barrie, Georgia, Beverly Isles, downtown Toronto, parts of Scarborough, Hamilton, Burlington, Oakville, Niagara, Lake Niagara Falls, City Point, Erie. Those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall, but parts of Scarborough is also gonna get some 2.5. So Quebec's done, Belleville's done, Peterborough's done. So let's look at next hour. Final hour actually. So mixed precipitation, not mixed precipitation actually. So Warrington, Owenson, Midland, Orella, Uxbridge. So gonna start again. So Midland, so Uxbridge, Oshawa, no, not Oshawa. So Stouffville, those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. Like it's a good light precipitation. So Oshawa. So Oshawa, like I said, Obey, Palm Beach, Thunder Beach, Salt Bay, Barrie, Georgia, Beverly Isles, Newmarket. Those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. So Orangeville. Those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. 2.5 centimeters of snowfall again. Warrington, Owenson, Midland, Orella, Oshawa, no, Uxbridge, even though it's the wrong place. So Peterborough, Orangeville, actually Orangeville's off. So no, not Newmarket. Those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. So let's look at the light precipitation. So let's look at Newmarket light precipitation things. So Newmarket, Barrie, Beverly Isles, Georgia, Barrie, Lionshead, Obey, Collingwood, Port Elgin, Hanover. Those cities are gonna get, including London. Those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. So it's corrected. The video might be longer. So let's see how the video is going to be 12 minutes. So total precipitation actually. So London 1 millimeters rain, Brampton 1 millimeters rain, Dr. Thunders 1 millimeters rain, 2 millimeters rain, Stouffville, Scarborough's 2 millimeters rain, Uxbridge 1 is Oshawa, 2 millimeters rain, Quebec, 1 millimeters rain, Collingwood, 3 millimeters rain, Warrington, 2 millimeters of rain is in whatever. So this is the precipitation, total precipitation once every 12 hours. This is called like that. It's going to be like millimeters per hour. Millimeters per 12 hours actually. So let's do Port Elgin. So Port Elgin, I'm gonna don't usually count. So Palm Beach, Thunder Beach is going to be mean average is actually going to be 1.2 millimeters of rainfall. Salt Lake Bay is going to be 0.2 millimeters of rainfall. So Hamilton is going to get 0.2, Belleville 0.7. So Long Beach harder cities. So Hanover is done. So don't need to talk. So Barrie, Georgia, Beverly Isles is going to be 0.7 millimeters of rainfall. So Peterborough is going to be 0.7 millimeters of rainfall. Hamilton is going to get some 0.2. 0.7 is Niagara on the Lake, 3 millimeters of rain is Niagara on the Niagara Falls City, for 84 millimeters of rainfall. So Newmarket, Orangeville, Stouffville is going to be close to 1 millimeters of rain, so it could be 0.8, 0.7 millimeters of rain. Actually, it's going to be mean average is 0.7, but it's going to be heavier. So those cities are going to get some close to 1 millimeters of rainfall, so it could be 0.9 millimeters of rainfall. Like let's see correct Barry later on. So that's today's. So let's talk about next hours, next day actually. So 8 p.m. So Warrington, Collingwood, Hamilton, it's going to be 2 millimeters of rainfall. Now we could do different precipitation months. So like I said, OB, the mean average is going to be 0.7 millimeters of rainfall. So Barrie is going to be it's going to be close to I say 1 millimeters of rainfall. Barrie, Georgia is going to be no, it's going to be 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. Port Elgin, not Port Elgin. It's going to be about Beverly Isle. So it's going to be 0.7 millimeters of rainfall actually. So Peterborough is going to be 0.2. Coburg is going to be, or Coburg is going to be 0.2. Scarborough, Snowfall is going to be 0.7 mean average borderline. So down to Toronto actually is going to be 0.7 or 0.6. Could be one of these. So the Richmond Hill 0.2, Orangeville, no, it's going to be Brampton. So Brampton is actually 0.7, 0.2 actually. So Orangeville is actually, that was Newmarket. So Newmarket is, Orangeville is actually 0.72 actually. So it could be 0.1 also. That's the mean average is 0.2. So yeah. So Niagara on the Lake, the heaviest is going to be 2.5. Lightest is actually 0.2. So Mississauga, it's going to be 0.7. Brampton is 0.1. No, 0.2 actually. So that's the mean average. The Owen Sound is actually it's going to be 2.5, but 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. It's 2.4 actually. So Orella is going to be it's going to be 3 millimeters of rainfall. Yeah. Bomb Beach on the beach is going to be 3. No, Bomb Beach is actually is going to be 2.5 2 millimeters of rainfall. Tony Beach is actually is going to be 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. Solid Bay is actually 2. No, it's going to be 3 millimeters of rainfall, but it's 2.7. So Oshawa Uxbridge is 0.7 the mean average, but Oshawa is going to be heavy. Actually, it's going to be 0.6, and Uxbridge is actually 0.72. Actually, 0.2. So number 28. So let's choose a random place. So Newmarket, Stouffville, Oshawa, Niagara on the Lake is going to be 2 millimeters of rainfall, 4 millimeters of rainfall in Uxbridge, 3 millimeters of rain is in Collingwood. London is 3. So Niagara Falls City 0.7 millimeters of rainfall, Fort Erie 0.2. So let's talk about the heavy precipitation. So Palm Beach is actually is going to be 3. So Thunder Beach 3. Solid Bay is going to be 2.5, but it's going to be smaller. So it's going to be 1.7 millimeters of rainfall. So Port Elgin is going to be 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. However, it's nothing. So let's see any cities. There's no any cities. So let's look at the November 29th, 7 p.m. Ignore 10 p.m. So white time, Collingwood is 0 point something. So 0.5 millimeters of rainfall, 0.7 is no one sound. So Port Elgin is going to be 1.2 millimeters of rainfall. Hanover is going to be close to 0.6, actually 0.6 millimeters of rainfall in Hanover. So Mississauga, Brampton is going Richmond Hill is going to be 0.7 millimeters of rainfall in Mississauga, Richmond Hill, but Brampton is different, so 0.6 millimeters of rainfall. So Newmarket, Orangeville is different, so Orangeville is actually 0.6, Newmarket is actually 0.2. So, let's look at the next hour, 7 p.m. So Wartown is 7 millimeters of rainfall. Collingwood is 4 millimeters of rainfall. 10 millimeters of rainfall. Langtown, Brampton is what? 7. 7 is Stouffville. 6 is in downtown Toronto. Scarborough is going to be 6.5 millimeters of rainfall. Hamilton 6 millimeters of rainfall. 7 is Niagara on the Lake. Niagara Falls City is 8. 6 is Fort Erie. Newmarket is 6. Orangeville 7, Uxbridge 7, Oshawa 11, Coburg 9, Peterborough 8, Belleville 9, So like O equals 6. This is I got 6. So let's do line side OB. Line side OB is going to be 4 millimeters of rainfall. It's going to be 5 millimeters of rainfall. So Bomb Beach is 5. Actually, Thunder Beach, Bomb Beach, no, it's Thunder Beach and Solid Beach actually is going to be 6 millimeters. Actually, 5 millimeters of rainfall, including Bomb Beach. So now we get to Orangeville market. So Orangeville is done. So Orlando is 5, Georginia is 4, Beverly is 4, Barry is 5. So Barry, Georginia, Beverly Ice is actually 5 millimeters of rainfall. So even though it's 4, actually 4 millimeters rainfall. So 5 millimeters of rainfall is in Barry, Georginia, Beverly Isles. So give me 5. Actually, it wasn't. It isn't. So Barry is going to be 4. Beverly Hills 4 millimeters of rainfall. Georginia has 4 millimeters of rainfall. So Peterborough is going to be covered. So it's going to be 8 millimeters of rainfall. So let's look at the total snowfall once every 12 hours. So this takes a while to find everything. So winter precipitation. So how long the video is? The check in 21 minutes. So let's do 8 p.m. today first. So Brighton is 0.1 centimeters snowfall. Collingwood is 0.1 centimeters. Hanover is going to be nothing. So Hanover is going to get 0.1 centimeters of snowfall, but it's actually 0.2. 0.1. Actually, 0.2 is possible. So next hour. So Brighton is 2.0, 1.9. Collingwood 0.4 is London, Langton. London. So London. So Brampton 0.3, Stouffville 0.5, Dr. 0.3, Mississauga 0.3, Hamilton 1.5, Niagara on the Lake 0.3, Newmarket, Orangeville, Stouffville, it's going to be 0.5, Uxbridge 0.4, Oshawa 0.2, 0.4, Peterborough 0.1, Coburg or Coburg 0.2, St. Gwyn's by the Oracle's 1.6, 1.5 actually, so can we clear this? Could be. So line set or base going to be well, line set or base is similar, so it's going to be 1.7 centimeters. So bottom base, solid base 2.8 centimeters. It could be, but the mean average is actually it's going to be 2.5. So a bottom base, tender base is actually it's going to be 2.8, so it's going to be 2.4 centimeters. So Barry is going to be 1.3 centimeters. Georginia is going to skip that. So Beverly Hills is actually going to get 0.9 centimeters. So Arlella is going to be 3.4. Not 3.4. It's good. Yeah, it could be 3.4 actually. So are we missing anything? So looks like everything done. So except for the Hana, I don't usually count. So 8 p.m. again, November 29th. So point oh no, I'm not gonna do it. So new market is 2.0, so for 1.7, Delta Toronto is 0.1, so 1.6, 4.3 is Uxbridge, 2.9 is Langton, Hamilton is 0.2, Niagara on the Lake is 1.8 something. So 0.7 is in Niagara Falls. So the 4080 is going to be 0.2 to mean average, but 0.5 is also possible. So Brighton, Woenside 0.2, Collingwood 0.3. So let's look. See it is. Barry is 2.5. Georginia is going to be to 5. No, it's gonna be 4 centimeters, but it's between 4 and 5, 2.5. So I'm just gonna use take a minute. So ChatGPT for that. So 3.5 centimeters of snowfall. What city is this? So 3.5, 3.75 centimeters snowfall in Georgia or just is nothing. So Beverly Hills is actually going to say some 6 centimeters of snowfall, but it could be 6 points or 5.7 or 6.3, but being average could be also 6 centimeters. So green spy is 0.9. So 3.3 is done. So line say all base done. So don't need to say. So solid base 2.1 centimeters, bomb base 2.1. So done the beach is actually is going to be average is actually is going to be 3.75 centimeters of snowfall. So let's go to 8 p.m. 7 p.m. actually. So Barton is 0.4, Collingwood 0.3, Brampton 0.4, Delta Start 0.2, Stouffville 0.3, Newmarket 0.4, Orange Hole 0.4, 0.2 is in Wilkes-Barre 0.1. This is Niagara on the Lake 0.1, Langton, Hamilton 0.1, Ocos is nothing. So Whiteton was on 0.4 actually. Could be 0.3, but it could be also 0.4. So even 0.2, 0.2 is most beat average. So let's go to the next hour. It's a very difficult. So about 6.6 is in Whitehorse, 3.6 in London, 3.2 is in Brampton, 3.4 is Stouffville, Scarborough is 3.2, 3.1. Delta Toronto is 0.4, the Hamilton is 0.9, Local is 0.9, Mississauga is 0.9, Burlington is Hamilton, Burlington, same thing. So Niagara on the Lake 1.1, 1.4 is in Niagara Falls. City 480 is going to be 2.0 centimeters. Newmark is 5.2. Orangeville is going to be 5.2 centimeters. It's actually 6 centimeters. But Collingwood is 3.9 centimeters. Uxbridge is 6.9. Ottawa is 4.7. Cobourg 3.6. Peterborough is 6.2. Belleville 3.7. Barrie is going to be 4 centimeters of snowfall. That's the mean average. So Georgia actually is going to be the borderline, so it's going to be easiest. It's going to be dark gray. So those the actual one is it's going 1.3 centimeters in Georgia borderline. So 1.3 is in Bombay. Then the beach is actually is going to be 4.2. Solid base is 4.2. So let's check Georgina again. So it has to be same colors. So it's going to be 2.5 centimeters. So, so that's a wrong. Actually, it's going to be like 2 point. No, it's going to be 1.3 instead. So orange sun is actually going to be 5.2 centimeters. So let's look at it. So let's do the next one. So Lion's Head or Bay is going 4 degrees. Bomb Beach, Tiny Beach is going to be 6 degrees. 6 degrees. 5 degrees is actually, yeah, it's going to be in those cities like Bombay, Sun Beach is actually going to be 5 degrees. So Salt Lake is 6 degrees. Midland is not going to count. Whitetown is 4 degrees. 4 degrees in Collingwood. 5 degrees in London. Brampton is 7 degrees. Downtown Toronto is 7 degrees. Stouffville is 8 degrees. Newmarket is 7 degrees. Orangeville 6 degrees. Orange was actually 6 degrees, Ooks with 7 degrees, 7 degrees in Oshawa, 7 degrees in Cobourg, 7 degrees in Peterborough, Belleville is 9 degrees, Avivia and Niagara Falls is 6 degrees, Hamilton is 6 degrees, 7 degrees in Oakville, Mississauga, same thing. So Orilla is going to be 8 degrees, Georgia is 8 degrees, Beverly Hills actually is going to be 8 degrees, Barrie 7 degrees in Betty. So next hour. So 8 a.m. So -1 is in London, +1 in Brighton, +1 is Collingwood. Delta Toronto is +2. Hamilton is +1. Brampton Stowe is 1 degrees. Newmarket is 1 degrees. 0. No, it's 1 degrees in Orange Solas. Oshawa is no Uxbridge is 1 degrees. Oshawa 1 degrees. Coburg 3 degrees. Peterborough 1 degrees. Belleville 2 degrees. Everywhere Niagara Falls 1 degrees. 2 degrees. Sisson Oakville. So Lion's Head or Bay is going to be 2. No, it's going 1 degrees. Palm Beach. Thunder Beach is actually going to be 2 degrees. Other Beach 2 degrees. So Barrie is 0 degrees. Georgina has 2 degrees. Odella has 1 degrees. Beverly has 1 degrees. So 3 p.m. So Langton 2 degrees. 2 degrees in Brampton, Stoffel. Peterborough is 2 degrees. Belfast 4 degrees. Oshawa 3 degrees. Coburg 3 degrees. Downtown 3 degrees. Hamilton, Oakland 3 degrees. Niagara on the lake everywhere. Niagara Falls 3 degrees. Newmark is 1 degrees. 1 degrees is in Uxbridge. Orange was 1 degrees. Fitzroy 3 degrees. Whitehans 1 degrees. Collingwood 1 degrees. Palm Beach. It's going to be 1 degree, 2 degrees. 2 degrees solid base. 2 degrees Palm Beach is going. Thunder Beach is 2 degrees. Like I said, or base 1 degrees. So Port Elgin, Honolulu, I don't usually count. So next hours 8 a.m. actually. So London is -2, -3 is Whitehall, -2 is Collingwood, -1 in Brampton, -2 is in Stouffville, Scarborough is -1, Newmarket, Orangeville, Uxbridge, Peterborough, -3, -1 Oshawa, Coburg, Belleville, Niagara Falls City, so Niagara on the Lakes 1 degrees, Hamilton 1 degrees, Oakville 0 degrees, -1 degrees. 0 degrees actually in Oakville. So let's choose very young to you. So Lion's Head or Bay is going to be Mindset is actually -2, 3, -2, 2 is going to be home space. The bomb beach is actually going -2, Thunder Beach is -1, Starlight Bay is actually -2, Gary's -3, Georgina is going to be -2, Adela -4, Beverly Isles -2, so 3 p.m. So London is -1. -2 Whiteham, -2 Collingwood, Brampton +1 in Downtown Toronto, Hamilton +1, Oakville +1, Niagara on the Lake +1 in Niagara Falls City, Newmarket, Orange Falls -2, or Uxbridge, no, Stouffville, Oshawa is -1, Peterborough -1, -3 is in Uxbridge, -1 is in Coburg, -0 degrees in Belleville. So next, Lion's Head or Base -1, Bomb Beach -1, Salt Lake Bay, Thunder Beach 0 degrees, 1 degree Celsius, Thunder Beach. So next hour, 24 hours, not 24 hours, but next coldest hours. So London -3, -4, Whiteham -3, Collingwood, Brampton -1, Downtown Toronto -1, Hamilton, Burlington is going to be -1, Niagara on the Lake -1, Oakville 0, Stouffville 3, -3, Newmarket, Orangeville -3, Oshawa -3, Coburg -3, -5, Peterborough -5, Uxbridge -5, Belleville, Niagara Falls City is -2. Fort Erie is going to be -1. Don't usually count Fort Erie, but Lion's Head or Bay is -2. No, Salt Lake Bay is -3. Palm Beach is going to be -3. Salt Lake Bay is -2. So next, ignore that. So it didn't vary. So my berry is -3. Jodinia is going to be 3 by 3 most of the time. So Arilla is going to be -4, but it's going to be -4 actually. Beverly Hills actually is going to be -2. So London is -1. -2 is Whitehall, -2 Collingwood, Brampton +1, Stouffville 0, Delta Toronto 1, +1 and Hamilton local is +2, Niagara Lakes +2, +1 is Niagara Falls City, +1 is local, -1 is in Orangeville, Newmarket, Uxbridge -3, Oshawa -0, Cobourg 1, Peterborough 1, -1, Cobourg +1, Belleville +1, so Niagara Falls City is +1 only. Did it? So Lion's Head OB is going to be -1. Palm Beach and the beach side of is -1. Midland -1. So Orilla -2. Barrie -2. Georginia is going to be -2. Beverly Isles -2. So it's too far off. So let's do 3 p.m. again. So double check. Should be at least nothing. So let's do 7 a.m. actually. So Whitehall -1 is in Collingwood, +1 is in London, -1 Stouffville, Newmarket is -1, Orangeville, Uxbridge -1, Peterborough -1, 0 is in Niagara Falls City, Niagara on the Lakes +1, Hamilton, Burlington is +1, Oakville is actually +1, Oakville's one place, so it's going +2x, yeah, +1 actually. So Brampton, Dr. +1, Oshawa +1, +2 is in Cobourg, +1 is in Belleville. Scarborough is actually going to be 0, but it's going 1 degrees most of the time. So Bombay's +0, 0 degrees Celsius Solid Bay, but Thunder Beach 0, 1 degree, 1 degree. Hope's Bay is actually 1 degrees. Lion's Head is 1 degrees also. So Orilla is going to be -2, Georginia 0 degrees, Beverly Hills is 1 degree -1, Barrie is -1. So 111 hours. So my +2 London, +1 Bytown, Collingwood, +1 Newmarket. It's going to be +1 Orangeville +1, Westover +1, Scarborough nothing. So Scarborough, Dr. Toronto, Brampton is to Brampton 2 degrees, 4 degrees in Dr. Toronto, Mississauga 4 degrees, Oakville 4 degrees, Hamilton 4 degrees, Niagara, everywhere Niagara Falls 4 degrees. Uxbridge, Oshawa, Peterborough is +1, +3 is Peterborough. Cobourg, Belleville is 2 degrees. Grade 3 but it's 2 degrees Celsius. So orange was 1 degree. So not gonna erase everything. So I said obey. It's going to be 1 degrees. Palm Beach is actually 1 degree. Solid Bay is 1 degrees. 2 degrees. So 2 degrees to the beach. Orlando 0 degrees. Virginia is going to be 1 degrees. Beverly is 1 degrees. Barrie is 1 degrees. So let's do it again. So there's nothing else. So this is the end of the video.